Hello everyone and welcome to a special video. This is going to focus on some villages of Wisconsin. And I recently went to Wisconsin on a quick trip to visit family, and so I filmed some of the villages. They're not called towns. Their towns are a completely different political entity in Wisconsin. They're called villages. And this is Soldiers Grove, Wisconsin, in Crawford County. It is the first solar village in the world or America or something. The entire town is powered by solar energy, I guess, due to a flood that happened back in 1979. They started moving their stuff. Look how pretty the countryside is here. You see that giant bluff, as they call it. I would call it a mountain. But the road is flat, and there's hills on both sides. I think they call them hills and bluffs, but I would call that a mountain. But the main premise of this video is mainly to kind of just show some of the villages that I went through. Only got 4, one of them even being unincorporated. And just, by the way, the population here is under 600. But so that is the premise of this video, and now we're in Westby. Westby is famous for being Norwegian, and you'll, in fact, when we get on Main Street, you'll see a bunch of the Norwegian, I guess that would be Norway, Nordic would be more the proper term, flags on Main Street. They also have national championship winning summer sausage here, which I did purchase. And no, I looked it up. Westby literally means Western City in Norwegian. So it would be Norwegian, not Nordic. Anyway, the town is in Vernon County, and its population is just under 3,000. So over 2,000 people call Westby home. And here, let's just talk about, its nickname is the Co-op City. And I'm getting all my information from Wikipedia today on this video. The village of Westby here. We're going downtown. Very pretty town. I liked it a lot. Let's see what we can see. The older buildings is so well upkept up here in Wisconsin. Not a lot of falling down businesses. Look at that main street, that main trek through town. Every building occupied and in business. There's Westby right there where they sell that summer sausage I was talking about. Very few vacant buildings I saw in these villages. I'm still just so shocked that they're villages, not towns. I want every part of my being to call it a town, but a town is actually what a village sits in. Each county is divided into villages, into towns, and then what we would call towns are villages. In South Carolina, we don't have the level of government that the town is. That doesn't exist. You have county, and then you have cities and towns. Like I was saying, in Wisconsin, they have villages and then cities and towns. So, no. They have towns and then villages and cities. So, yeah. And the road signs on the addresses would tell you what town you were in. Say, I believe I saw one was Franklin and one was Clayton. But really, you're in the village of Westby. So, Obviously, I filmed this on my phone, too. No dash cam. I was in a rental car in the passenger seat. Wasn't driving. Would never do that. So, it is a little bit shaky, I guess. The dash cam drive through. But I think the picture looks even better. Okay, this is the town of Arena, Wisconsin. It is in Iowa County, named after the state to the southwest. And so the population here is under 1,000. This is a really small town, I think, or as you will see as well. Look at the mouse. They sell cheese there. A lot of cheese and sausage shops. Especially cheese. Well, it's America's Dairyland, as they say. So, of course, you'd see a bunch of cheese shops. And I did try some. Also, this area is not necessarily arena in Iowa County, but like more towards Westby there, is filled with a lot of Amish people. All right, this is Gotham, as I was told, not Gotham. It is unincorporated. Normally in my South Carolina videos, I stick with the incorporated areas, but I said, what the heck, we'll film Gotham in Wisconsin, because it kind of, I've seen a lot of incorporated places in South Carolina, a lot less organized than this. Quite a few, actually. I guess I have 5 places I filmed, not 4. There's a bar on the left. Gotham has a population under 1,000, and it is in Richland County. So now we're moving into the town of Muscoda, which I've been told was Muskade, crossing the Wisconsin River here. And Muscoda is in Grant and Iowa counties. It actually is a town and a village. At least I believe that's what I read. Its population is over 2,000. It's a little bit bigger, as you'll see. And like I said, my dad, who is local to this area, said it's Muskade. So I guess it's Muskade. It looks just like Muscoda to me. And I feel like in South Carolina we would say Muscoda, but I'll try to stick with Muskade. Unfortunately, I didn't even film the 2 towns I spent most of my time in. I stayed in Boscobel, which is in Crawford County, and also Reedstown, which I believe is in Vernon County. I would have to double check that. Reedstown hosted an event for a family member of mine. The town didn't necessarily, but the fire department did, and one of the businesses there. And so I spent a lot of time there. That is in my family's neck of the woods there. But unfortunately, I just didn't film it. I don't know what happened. I even tried to film Boscobel, and I spent like 3 days there, and I didn't. So I failed on that measurement. But really, I just want to document what Wisconsin, these are definitely more rural towns, definitely not big cities, of course. And I just wanted to get those on film so people could see it. Look at beautiful mural there on the left. You can see some of the similarities and some of the differences. An Irish Inn there. Main Street's kind of busy. This was Friday night, so I'm sure people were going out to eat or drinking at the bar. There are a lot of bars around. They got Citgo Gas, another mural there. Look at that eagle. Speed limit's relatively 25 through town everywhere you went. And so, yeah, definitely agricultural. Definitely hilly. But also very pretty. Very, very pretty area. I would not mind going back and spending some more time in this area of the world. And maybe you can as well. Lots of Piggly Wigglies. And IGA. I went to an IGA and a Piggly Wiggly while I was there. Scorecard stays 1-1 there. But anyway, that was some villages in Wisconsin.